These are the best MagSafe batteries for iPhone 17. And yes, there's a new champion. I've been testing two of the brand new Qi2 25-watt MagSafe battery packs that are supposedly going to charge faster and not get as hot. I'm going to let you know how fast you can expect those to charge, which ones come with a built-in cable, and if speed is not your priority, I'll give you an ultra slim and super small MagSafe battery that are still solid choices. And yes, it's finally happened. My favorite from the last 3 years, the Anker Ultra Slim 10K battery pack, it is not the best anymore. But let's start out with two of the brand new 25-watt wireless chargers. One's from Baseus and one from UGREEN. This is the UGREEN 10K MagSafe battery pack. It does come with a cable that's also kind of a lanyard, no place to actually put this cable, but you can pull it through here and you can charge your iPhone at up to 30-watt speeds with the cable. Now I'll mention the wired power speeds, but this video is all about the wireless MagSafe charging. Here's the UGREEN magnetic power bank on the Wireless Power Consortium website. This is where you go to make sure that things are actually certified, and there you'll see Qi 2.2.1 version. That's the 25-watt wireless charging. Also, Apple's puck was recently upgraded during the iPhone 17 event. They also say 25-watt charging when paired with a 30-watt adapter. But this is the new wireless charging standard. You'll see that Qi2 25-watt on boxes and products, and the iPhone 17 clearly take advantage of that. Now this is a pretty chunky battery pack, but there is a screen on the side. Press the button and you can see the battery percentage right there, if you like knowing the exact number. And to give you an idea, this is the iPhone 17 Pro Max with the UGREEN battery pack. Yes, it's about double the thickness of the Pro Max. That might be 3 or 4 iPhone Airs thick. And if you go with the 17 Pro, it will fit under the camera bar, but it might be actually hanging off the bottom. It's getting very close down here. But overall, this is a super powerful battery pack. Now I tried to test them all equally, and the UGREEN, I attached it when my iPhone was at 17% at 9:24 p.m. And you can see it charged 36% in under 30 minutes. It also got up to 80% at just over an hour and a half. So with 90 minutes of charge, it will take your iPhone from 17% to 80%. That's pretty fast. I wasn't using it for about the first 20 minutes, but then I did pick it up to play things like Borderlands Connections. No intense gaming or filming or anything, so I think it's indicative of how fast you can expect to charge just with light usage. Now compared to the next battery pack I'm going to talk about, I did notice the UGREEN getting a little warmer. Not as hot as some of these smaller battery packs will get to, but heat is always going to be an issue, especially when you're trying to charge fast and wirelessly. And to be clear, I tested all of these without a case because I think I'm going to go caseless this year. So the UGREEN 10K power bank, Qi2 25-watt, it's about $70 on Amazon. There is a little sale. If you want to get an even bigger one, it actually comes in a 20,000 milliamp version. It's still MagSafe, so it'll attach to the back of your phone, but we're talking about a thick battery. And one final nice feature, there is a second USB-C port. So if you wanted to charge your iPhone and iPad, they'll charge slower, but you can do that, or AirPods and iPhone. Nice to have that second port. Also stay to the end because I'm going to rank my top 3 battery packs. But next up is the Baseus. This is also one of the new Qi2 25-watt chargers. It's actually slightly smaller than that UGREEN in comparison, a little shorter, also has a bit of a smaller footprint. You also get a cable, but this one's actually nicely tucked away. So you can pull it out, you can charge your iPhone, and this will actually charge over the cable at 45 watts. That's even faster charging if you want to use the cable. There's still a second USB-C port here, so you can charge 2 devices at the same time. You can click here to see the battery charge. No screen, so you can't see the exact percentage, but these little dots are usually enough for me. And you can use this cable both on this and the UGREEN to charge the battery pack itself. So just plug this into one of your chargers and you're good to go. Here's the Baseus on the Wireless Power Consortium website. You see there, Qi 2.2.1. Also, if you browse the database, there are some other brands I don't recognize with the new Qi 2.2 version, but one I do recognize is the Cool, so I'm going to try and get my hands on one of these power banks soon. Get subscribed, I'll do more testing and a follow-up if this is in the top 3. Also, in case you were wondering if iPhone can actually take advantage of that 45-watt wired charging, I'll put a link to this MacRumors article because they did a lot of testing on different chargers, and they say it peaks around 36 watts at the fastest. Doesn't really sustain that for very long, but you will get faster charging with that 36 watts as opposed to 30 or 20 from a cabled charging method. Now in my testing, the Baseus also did great at charging speeds. It charged about 30% from 17 to 47% in just over 30 minutes, similar to the UGREEN, and it got up to 80%, again about 90 minutes later. So both the Baseus 25-watt and the UGREEN 25-watt, it's going to get you from that 17 to 80% in about 90 minutes. But I did find that the Baseus battery pack was a little cooler. It still got warm, don't get me wrong, but the UGREEN got warmer. I'm not sure why that's the case. The UGREEN is larger, so I would think the heat got dissipated better, but the Baseus just stayed a little cooler. Also, I like how the Baseus has a little more rounded edges and corners, so if you were using your iPhone and you had one of these on the back, it is just nicer to hold. If I put this back on my iPhone 17 Pro Max, you'll see you get a little more area around the battery pack. doesn't go as far down, and holding it just feels nicer in the hand because of those rounded edges. This new one is a solid choice. Like the UGREEN, it's also $70 on Amazon. Affiliate links to this one and all the battery packs I'm going to talk about are in the description below. Now let's say speed isn't your biggest concern. You just want the lowest profile, thinnest MagSafe battery pack. Well, for that, the iPhone Air MagSafe battery is nice, but you can't use it with any other phone except the iPhone Air. So we'll just leave that there. But the Anker 5K Ultra Slim, this is a very thin battery pack. Pretty close actually to the iPhone Air MagSafe battery in terms of thickness. It is a Qi2 battery, not Qi2 25 watt, but just regular Qi2. But as you'll see, it is a very thin battery pack. So if you don't need huge capacity, you just want a little bump at the end of the day to make sure you get through without having to actually connect to a charger, I do think the 5K is a nice option. Now, when you get to smaller battery packs like this, the thinner they are, the smaller they are, you are going to get some heat. And this Anker 5K can get pretty hot, especially if you're charging from very low battery percentages. Your iPhone will always charge faster when the battery is most drained, and so that's when you're going to notice that heat. And if you're using your phone actively while you're charging with this kind of MagSafe battery pack, you might see that the percentage is not going up very fast because it's going to struggle to charge as fast as you're draining it if you're actively using it. So just keep in mind, this is a smaller capacity, slower charging, I would say about 7.5 watts, and you're going to deal with some heat. But if your priority is just thinness and lightness of battery pack, this is a nice option. Now, while it's not as thin, an option I really like if you're going for a small MagSafe battery form factor is another one from Baseus. This is their Pico Go charger. It is Qi2, not 25 watt, just regular Qi2. This one also has a kickstand, which is pretty nice. You got the button on the bottoms, and you can see the battery charging those lights right under the kickstand. Oh, the Anker one had those too. I should probably show you. Lights are down at the bottom. And while it is a little thicker than the Anker Ultra Slim, it is a smaller footprint. So when it comes to actually using your phone, holding it with a MagSafe battery on the back, I actually prefer this Baseus. You can see putting it on your Pro Max phone, you still have lots of area around the phone to hold it. It actually sits nicely in the hand where it lands for me. And I find this one, because it's a little thicker, it gets a little less hot. So you're still going to deal with heat, especially if you're charging from low percentages, but it stays cooler than the Anker 5K Ultra Slim. And the extra thickness also means you get that little kickstand, so that's pretty cool. Now, the Anker Ultra Slim comes in multiple colors. It's $55. It says 15 watt wireless charging, but you don't get that. You get like 7.5 watts. And if you do connect a cable, you can get 20 watt wired charging, but that Baseus Pico Go is a little cheaper, $50, and apparently there's a coupon right now, at least here in the US. You can get it in multiple colors as well, and it also offers the 20 watt charging via a USB-C cable. So similar charging speeds, but kickstand, little thicker and smaller footprint on the Baseus, larger footprint, but ultra slim on the Anker 5K. And before I offer my top 3 ranking, we gotta talk about this guy. This is the ultra slim Anker 10K MagSafe battery. This has been my favorite battery pack for the past 2 or 3 years now. It is a 10,000 milliamp hour. It charged my 16 and 15 Pro before it very fast, considering it's still the older Qi2 standard, not Qi 2.2. You got the nice brushed aluminum side. You have the button to show the battery capacity here at the bottom, but I don't know what happened with the iPhone 17 Pro. I decided to retest it just to keep it all consistent between the battery packs, and for some reason, when I put it on the back, one, it got hotter than I remember it being with the 16 Pro and the 15 Pro before it, and it charged slow. I was not using my phone at all. I just left it alone with the screen off. It was at 17% at 5:08 p.m., and it only went up 6% in almost an hour. I don't know what was happening. I don't know if there's some kind of weird Qi2 software bug with the iPhone 17 Pros and Pro Max, and I was gonna find out how long it took to get up to 47%, but it was connected for over an hour and never got up there. I don't know what happened. I still stand by this battery pack, and if you have a 16 Pro or earlier, I think this is a great option, but for some reason, there was a weird thing going on with the 17 Pro Max that I'm testing with. I'm gonna test again, so get subscribed. I'll let you know if I have any different results. It's about $63 on Amazon. You can actually get 30 watt wired charging via that USB-C port, but something's weird about the wireless charging. But even that aside, this is not going to charge as fast as the new Qi2 25 watt new standard battery packs like from Baseus and UGREEN that I showed you earlier. And as of right now, even in the consortium database, if you search for Anker and the Qi2 25 watt standard, I don't see any MagSafe battery packs just yet. So I am hopeful and imagine they'll release a new version with the newer standard, and I will definitely make a video when that comes out. But it is finally time to dethrone my favorite MagSafe battery pack for the last several years. The Anker 10K Ultra Slim is no longer in the top 3. So if you're looking to buy a MagSafe battery right now, what's your best option? Well, while they're a little thicker, I do think these newer standard 25 watt chargers are some of the best. I'm going to put number 3 actually as the UGREEN, Got a little warmer than the Baseus. The cable just kind of hangs out there, so it's not as compact. You do get the nice screen, so if you want to see that exact percentage, maybe go for this one. But it has solid performance, charges quickly. UGREEN is number 3. And numbers 2 and 1 are actually going to go to the same brand. Number 2, when I reach for a MagSafe battery pack to give my phone a little boost, I really like this Baseus Pico Go. They didn't send this to me. I bought this and the other Baseus, and I've been using this for the past several months. I take this with me when I travel. I love the compact size, the kickstand. It actually has a nice soft touch finish on the inside. I think this is a great option if you don't need capacity or speed, but just want to go with something really small. But the clear winner of MagSafe batteries you can get right now is the Baseus new Qi2 25 watt. It's 10,000 milliamp hours, just like the UGREEN. It has faster charging. It has the built-in cable that tucks away nicely over the side. You have that additional USB-C port. You can charge 45 watt wired charging. Plus it has that faster wireless charging. This has the capacity, feels good in the hand. I think it's more ergonomic if you're going to be using it and holding your phone at the same time. This is now my number 1 pick, especially with iPhone 17. Affiliate links to this Baseus and the others down in the video description. And let me know if there's a battery pack you have found or you love that I haven't tested yet. I'll do a follow-up. And I also did my favorite leather cases for iPhone. If you're interested in that, check out my video here. And get subscribed and hit that like button. I still got my review of the iPhone 17 Pro Max coming soon, and a bunch of accessories I want to talk about. New 3-in-1 chargers that take advantage of that 25 watt wireless charging speed. Great accessories for filming with your new 17, and a ton more. I'll put another video that YouTube thinks you'll really love right here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.